Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got some 1978 New York Yankees baseball. It's May 14th. This is the last game of the three-game series between the Yankees and Kansas City. Let's take a look here at the Yankees starting lineup. We got leading off playing center field Mickey Rivers. Batting second, playing second, Willie Randolph. Batting third, doing the catching is Thurman Munson. Batting fourth, playing right field is Reggie Jackson. Batting fifth and doing the DHing is Lou Piniella. Batting sixth and playing first base is Chris Chambliss. Batting seventh and playing third base is Greg Nettles. Batting eighth, playing left field, Rory White. Batting ninth, playing shortstop, Bucky Dent. And on the mound for the New York Yankees is Dick TIDROW. Now let's take a look here at the Kansas City Royals starting lineup. We got leading off playing left field Willie Wilson. Batting second, playing right field Tom Poquette. Batting third, doing the DH is Hal McRae. Batting fourth, playing third base is Al Cowens. Batting fifth, playing first base Clint Hurdle. Batting sixth, doing the catching Darrell Porter. Batting seventh and playing center field Amos Otis. Batting eighth, playing shortstop Freddie Patek. And batting ninth, playing second base is Frank White. Let's get down here to the stadium and get this game started, folks. And Mickey Rivers will be up first. He's batting .250 on the year, 2 homers and 15 RBIs. This is Andy Hassler's first appearance. In 1978, he pitched in 11 games, started 9, was 1-4 with a 4.32 ERA. And you can see Kansas City's upcoming schedule. They got 2 games against Boston, and then Minnesota comes to town. So after the Yankees leave here today, excuse me. And here's the pitch to Mick. And he gets a hold of this one. Mick takes this one for a ride. How far is it going to go is the question. And that ball is hit into the gap in right field. That'll be a leadoff double for Rivers. So he's standing down at second. And nobody out now. Rivers Randolph's up. I don't have nothing set up right. Give me a second here, folks. Forgot about it. I tore stuff down. I've got the new laptop we're trying out here for the first time today. See how it goes. Give me a second here. Sorry about all the racket here. Trying to get stuff set back up. Yeah. There we go. Now we got a runner down at second. And nobody out for Willie Randolph. And let's see, Willie is batting .306 on the season. He's got 1 homer and 11 RBIs. And here's the pitch to Willie boy. And that's going to be a fly ball out to left field. And Wilson will make the catch. And Rivers will stay put. And we're going to have to change this stadium a little bit here. So let's go in here, save this for a second. We'll move these guys around a little bit. Move this second. That's probably what's going on here. Let's go back. That wasn't the night park, was it? That's why it's messed up here. What are we at here? Yeah, it's the daylight. This is what we need changed. Hit over there. Alrighty. There we go. Now we're cooking with fire. Let's get back to the game here. All right, now we got one out. And Thurman Munson's at the plate, batting .297 with 3 homers and 18 RBI. And that's going to be another fly ball out to left. That'll be another out. So Randolph with that leadoff double still standing down there at second. It's up to Reggie Jackson to get him in here, batting .315 with 12 homers and 30 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball out in front of the plate. 63 on an 8. He might not make this play. 63 on an 8 is going to be fielding column 3. That's going to be a first on air. Catcher fumbles the chopper and runner holds. Runner to third though with 2 outs, so the runner will get down to third. So we got an E2. And we got a runner down at third and a runner down at first for Lou Piniella, first and third here. I'm dropping stuff everywhere. Okay, so we got first and third and 2 outs, and Lou Piniella's up here. We got to straighten this out some. They're still hanging over each other. We're going to move the first baseman and the first base runner and the third base runner. Move them some. So first, move him over there. And third. Move him there. See if that looks any better. See if that looks any better. All right, can Lou deliver here? Not much better, is it? Okay. Lou is batting .353 on the year. He's got 2 homers and 13 RBIs. And that's going to be a base on balls. It's going to load them up here. So bases are juiced full of Yankees for Chris Chambliss. Chambliss with 1 swing and a bat here. Bust this game open here in the top of the first. Chris is batting .300 on the year. He's got 2 homers and 6 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Chambliss. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, a big strikeout by Hassler. And the Yankees leave the bases loaded. We go to the bottom of the second. It's Yankees nothing. Kansas City coming to bat. You got Wilson, Paquette, and McCray due up here. Willie batting .247 with a homer and 6 RBIs, going up against Dick TIDROW, his 6th appearance. He's 4-0 with a 4.68 ERA. Here's the pitch to Willie, and that's going to be against the righty. That'll be an 11 on an 8, and get the right bases situation. An 11 on an 8, and that's going to drop right in front of White. That's going to be a base hit out there to left field. That'll be 1 on here. Let's see if Wilson stays put. Willie's got some speed down there. It'll be a -5. 5 on a 30. It'll be a 26. 52 or lower. He's safe at second. And he's in there with a stolen base. So just like that, Kansas City's got the go-ahead run in scoring position with nobody out there. And Tom Poquet's up. And Tom is batting .218 on the year. He's got 3 homers and 7 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Tom. And that's going to be a fly ball out to right field. Let's see here. And that'll be fielding column 1. And let's see if he wants to go. 3, 31. Nice. He's going to stay put. So that'll be out number 1. He's in scoring position with his speed, a single of scoring. He doesn't need to be chancing it, trying to get down the third. So Hal McRae's up, batting .213, 2 homers and 12 RBIs. And that's going to be a 40. And a team wild pitch 3, no. So that's going to be so wait a second here. What are they? 5, 7, 16, 18, 26, 34, 35, 36 through 7, 41, 41. Pass ball, runner to third, PB, 2 and 3, catcher only, otherwise. So that is going to be a pass ball. So Munson lets it get by him. Now there's a runner down at third. And the Yankees will play back here, not trying to give up a big inning. McRae now with the 1-0 pitch. And he gets a single, I believe. 7 against a 10. And yep, that's going to be a single in the left field. And that'll score the runner. And the Kansas City Royals are up 1-0 here in the bottom of the first. Still a runner down at first, only 1 out. As TIDROW's in a little bit of a pickle here. Al Cowens is up, batting .287, 5 homers and 17 RBIs. And that's going to be 2 balls and no strikes on him. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball. Chambliss holding him on. And that's going to be a single in the right field. And TIDROW can't buy a break here. Chambliss holding a runner on. That ball gets by him. We got first and second. And there is 1 out. The Yankees get out of this mess with only 1 run scoring. That is the question. That is the question. You got Clint Hurdle up here. Hurdle is batting an even .300 on the year. He's got a homer and 5 RBIs. Yankees need a double play ball here, and they might just get it. That ball is hit down the nettles. First and second, a 32 and a 5 should be fielding column 1, and it is. And that's going to be the old 5-5-3 double play. Nettles ranges over to the bag, steps on it, fires across the first. And Kansas City leaves one on, but they score one and take a 1-0 lead into the top of the second here. It looks like this computer may have solved my problem. It seems to be looking up. And we got Nettles, White, and Dent up now. And Greg Nettles is batting .257. He's got 5 homers and 17 RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. That'll be out number 1. 1 up and 1 down for the Yankees. Roy White's up now. And White is batting .254 in the year. He's got 2 homers and 6 RBIs. And that's going to be another ground ball down the short. 2 ground balls to short and 2 quick outs. Bucky Dent's up now. Can he do something besides hit the ball down the short? He is batting .262 in the year, a homer and 12 RBIs. And that's going to be a base on balls. So Bucky Dent's aboard here with 1 out, and Mickey Rivers is up. And Mick, he doubled his first time up. Can he do it again? Maybe he scored Dent. Not this time. That's going to be a ground ball down the third. He's going to fire across the diamond the first. Now to win the inning, the Yankees strand 1. To the bottom of the second we go. We got Porter, Otis, and Patek due up here. Porter is batting .214, 3 homers and 12 RBIs. And that's going to be blasted into right field. And Jackson misplays this one. And Porter is a brown-eyed, handsome man. He's rounding second, headed for third. And that's going to be a triple for Porter. Porter down at third with nobody out. I think the Yankees this time is going to bring the infield in. Porter's not very fast. Try to get him out at the plate. Amos Otis is batting .284. He's got 2 homers and 6 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. And that's going to be we need to re-roll the dice. 249. Let's see if he's going to chance it here. Porter doesn't have very good speed down at third. 49, 33, and a 7. 23. I think he's going to chance it, though. Porter's going to try tagging up here against Mr. Jackson. What did I say? A 23. It'll be a 45 or lower. He'll make it in there. So 45 or lower. It's a 2-0 ball game, and Otis has got an RBI, and he does. So that's an art sacrifice fly, and just like that, Kansas City's up by 2. 2-0, 2 outs now for Freddie Paultek. And he is batting .260 on the year. He's got a homer and 9 RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball back to Dick. He fires over to first. That'll end the inning, but Kansas City gets another run. We go to the top of the third. It's 2-0 Kansas City. As you can see, the Yankees and Kansas City's record. Yankees are 21-7, batting .283, 340 on base percentage, a .458 slugging, and a .798 OPS. And Royals are 11-18, batting .252, on base percentage of 304, slugging percentage of 450, and an on base percentage of 754. And here's Frank White, 9th batter in this lineup, batting .263, 2 homers and 4 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out the Rivers, and that'll be out number 3. But Kansas City scores another run, takes a 2-0 lead into the top of the third. We got the top of the order. Well, all but Rivers. We got Randolph, Munson, and Jackson due up here. Willie flew out the left first time up, and he gets a hold of this one, folks. What's Randolph going to do with this pitch from half? And that ball is driven out there into left field. And Willie Randolph, he's rounding second, headed for third. And he's got himself a leadoff triple. Just like at the Yankees, got a runner down at third and nobody out. Sure, I looked at that right. I didn't realize I had the wrong chart up here. And yep. So a runner down at third. Thurman Munson's up. Can he get an RBI here? He flew out to left his first time up. And that's going to be another fly ball out to left. 62 will be fielding column 3. And let's see here. I'll have to re-roll dice. And a 6. And Randolph is going to walk in. That ball was well hit. Barely stayed in the park. And that's going to cut the lead to 2-1. Now there's nobody on and 1 out for Reggie Jackson. One swing of the bat from Reggie could tie this ball game up. And Reggie, he reached on an error his first time up. See what he does now against Hassler. Here's the pitch to Reggie. And that ball is well hit. Reggie squares this one up. And that ball is hit into right field. Tom Poquette gets over quickly, cuts it off, holds Reggie to a single. That'll bring up Lou Piniella now. And Lou is batting .353 on the year. He walked his first time up. Can sweet Lou do something here? Yankees have gotten 1 run. Can they score some more? Tie this ball game up. And here's the pitch to Lou Piniella. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes out for out number 2 rather. It's up to Chris Chambliss with Reggie down at first. And Jackson takes the lead. Here's the pitch to Chambliss. Chambliss is struck out his first time up. That ball is going to be hit. Nope, that ball's not going to be hit. That's going to be a hit by pitch. Chambliss gets plunked. Yankees are mumbling in this dugout. We got first and second with 2 outs now for Mr. Nettles. Greg Nettles is 0 for 1. He grounded out the shortest first time up. And that's going to be against the lefty. Nettles is going to make him a 11 on a 7. That's still going to be a base hit in the left field. And Jackson should score easily on that, but we'll make sure. 2 outs here. He should walk in. Yep, he's going to walk in. The question is, can Chambliss get down the third? 38. And I think he's going to stay put at second. Yeah, he's going to stay put at second. But that's an RBI single by Nettles and ties this game up. So now we got first and second for Roy White in a 2-2 ball game. The Yankees have scored 2 here in the top of the third, and they get the lead here with Roy White. White is batting .250. He grounded out the shortest first time up. And he gets a hold of this, folks, and Hassler is having a rough third inning. This should score at least 1. And that's going to be against the lefty 5. And that is going to be a double in the right center field. And a 51. And Poquette 37 plus a 6, a 20, and you got Bucky Den up. So Chambliss is going to try to get home here on a 20, a 42 or lower, and he's safe. And he's thrown out at the plate. That's a single in the right field. And Chambliss gets thrown out trying to score. And the Yankees tie this ball game up. It's 2-2. We go to the bottom of the second. We got the top of the order due up here for Kansas City. We got Wilson, Poquette, and McRae due up here. Willie singled and stole a base and came around to score one of those two runs. And that's going to be against righty. Make him a 5. That's going to be another single in the left center field. So Wilson's aboard again with a single. And I don't think he's going to be staying put here. So it'll be a 26. And that'll be a 52 or lower. He'll end up down at second again for his second stolen base of the game. And he's in there safely. So 2 singles and 2 stolen bases. And Willie Wilson is in scoring position again with nobody out. And here comes Tom Poquette. He flew out to right his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. Actually, it's going to be a pop-up in the fair territory. Chambliss will make the catch. The runner stays put with 1 out now. And Hal McRae's up. And Hal McRae is 1 for 1. He had a RBI single his first time up. And that's going to be a base on balls. It might not be a bad thing. Sets up the double play. See if the Yankees can get a double play here without Collins up at the plate. Collins is 1 for 1. He singled his first time up. Say TIDROW's looking for that ground ball double play. And that's going to be almost as good. That's going to be a swing and a miss for out number 2. And Clint Hurdle comes up now. And Hurdle is 0 for 1. He into that 5-5-3 double play. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Rivers. And that'll end the inning. And Kansas City Royals ran 2. We go to the top of the 4th, still 2-2. We got Dent up, followed by Rivers and Randolph. Bucky Walker's first time up, and he squares this one up. Of course he does, because Chambliss got thrown out trying to score. And that's going to be a base hit in the left field. So Bucky's aboard here with a lead-off single. And now we're back to the top of the order and Mickey Rivers. See if Rivers can put $1 into the merry-go-round to keep it going. And Rivers is 1 for 2. He had a double and grounded out to third. And that's not what they wanted. That ball's hit down to Frank White. Taylor made double play over to Tech, over to Hurdle. That's a 4-6-3 double play. Now there's 2 outs and nobody on for Willie Randolph. And Willie is 1 for 2. He tripled and came around to score. And flew out to left his first time up. And that's going to be another ground ball down to Frank White. And that'll be out number 3. The Yankees 2. Kansas City 2. We got Porter, Otis, and Potek due up. Darrell tripled and came around to score one of the 2 runs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Mickey's got it. That'll be out number 1. And Mr. Amos Otis comes to the plate. He had a sacrifice fly his first time up. And that's going to be a base on balls. So now the go-ahead runs down at first with 1 out for Tom Poquette. Freddie Patek. The right P up here now. And Freddie is 0 for 1. He grounded out to TIDROW his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Jackson for out number 2. And Frank White's up now. And Frank is 0 for 1. He has flown out the center his first time up. And that's going to be 2 balls and no strikes on Frank White. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And that's going to be hit down the third. He'll go a long way over to first. And that'll end the inning. Kansas City strands 1. We're still tied as we go to the top of the 5th. We got Munson, Jackson, and Piniella due up here. Thurman had an arb sacrifice fly, and he's flown out the left. Excuse me, and that's going to be a rare play of 66. 66 on a 36. Yep. And that's going to be out in left field. Going to re-roll some dice here. Where did the other one go? There it is. And a 54. And what did I say? I was out left field, a 54 and a 2. It's probably going to be fielding column 3. And it is. That's going to be a single to left, batter to second on air. So a single in the left field by Thurman. And that's going to be an E7. That's going to get Munson down the second with nobody out, and Reggie Jackson up now. So the go-ahead runs in scoring position for the big bopper of Reggie Jackson. Can he deliver here and give the Yankees the lead? Jackson's been quiet in this series. He is 1 for 2 today, though. He's actually reached base both times. He reached on an error and singled. Here's the pitch to him, and that's going to be a infield. Let's see what their infield is. 3, 5, 13, 14, 14. That'll be 23 of 31. And that's going to be a foul out. Runner's going to hold. That ball was hit down out in the right field in the foul territory. Frank White makes the catch. We're out number 1. Now bring up Lou Piniella now, with the runner still down at second. And Piniella walked and struck out. He's yet to put the ball in play. And he does this time. And that's going to be a 2 and a 22. Not a very good fielding first baseman. That's going to be fielding column 2. It's going to be a line drive right at him, though. He makes the catch. And Munson gets it back. That'll be out number 2. So the error so far hasn't cost him yet. Chris Chambliss, can he make him pay for it? He has struck out and been hit by a pitch, so he also hasn't put the ball in play yet. And that'll be a pop-up down the second. And he's waiting for that one to come down. Frank White makes the catch. We're out number 3, so the leadoff single and in the air gets stranded at first. And now we got up the top of the order again here for the Kansas City Royals. We got Wilson, Poquette, and Hal McRae. And a 2-2 ball game. Wilson is 2 for 2 with 2 stolen bases. Came around to score one of those 2 runs. And that's going to be the first time they get him out, as Reggie makes the catch out in right field for out number 1. And Tom Poquette's up now. Tom's 0 for 2. He has flown out and popped up to third. Sorry, popped up to first. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Reggie again. 2 fly balls to right, 2 outs. And McRae comes up to the plate now with nobody on. He has walked and he has singled in a run. Here's the pitch to McRae. And that's going to be a fly ball. This one out to center field. 3 fly balls, 3 quick outs to the top of the 6th. Still tied up at 2 apiece. We got Nettles, White, and Dent. Bottom part of the order due up. Greg's 1 for 2. He has grounded out the short, and he has an RBI single. And that's going to be a base on ball. So Nettles will trot on down to first. Go ahead, run. Gets walked. Lead off batter getting walked. Not what you want if you're a Royals fan here. And that'll bring up Frank White. He's 1 for 2 today. He has grounded out the short and singled his last time up. And that's going to be hit back to the mound. Can they turn 2 is going to be the question. And they will get a swing and a miss on that. He strikes him out. So that might be only his 3rd strikeout of the game. Brings up Bucky Dent now with 1 out and 1 on. Dent is 1 for 1. He has walked and singled. And that's going to be against the lefty. Going to make him a 3. 3 on a 8. And that's going to be a single in the left field. And Nettles will stop at second. So now we got first and second. Still only 1 out for Mickey Rivers. Rivers has got a runner down there in scoring position. Can he do something? Rivers has doubled in this game. He's 1 for 3, and he's grounded out 2 other times. He actually grounded into a double play his last time up. And that's hard to double up Mick. Mick does have some good speed. Here's the pitch to Rivers. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Rivers out. So 2 strikeouts in this inning. As Legend Sports Universe joins us here. Check out his great channel with his franchise all-stars in baseball and football. And Willie is 1 for 3. He has tripled and came around the score. He's also flown out the left and grounded out the second to his counterpart, Frank White. Can he deliver a 2-out base hit? And I don't know about a base hit, but that ball is hit down the second. And Frank White's up with it. Let's see if he can make a good play here. Frank White's an excellent fielding second baseman. And that'll be a ground ball down the Frank. He'll fire over to first. And in the inning, Yankees strand 2. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's still a 2-2 ball game. Now Cowens is up now, followed by Hurdle and then Porter. Al is 1 for 2. He singled and struck out. And that's going to be a pop up down the short. Dent's got it for out number 1. Got a new laptop. So far, everything's running smooth, Legends. Haven't been having no issues. The game's running quick, and I haven't been booted off here. Hurdle is 0 for 2. He is grounded out and flown out, hit into a 5-5-3 double play and hit out the center field. And that's going to be a base on balls. So now Kansas City's got the go-ahead run down at first. And 1 out for Darryl Porter. Can Porter deliver here? Or can the Yankees get a double play ball from him? Talking about a double play. He's actually got a triple in this game. He's tripled and flown out the center. And that's going to be against the righty. I'll make him a 6 on an 8. And that will be a single in the left field. Clint Hurdle with his speed will stop at second. So Kansas City with 1 out has first and second. And Amos Otis is up to the plate. And Amos gives the Kansas City Royals the lead here. They'll take a deep single, most likely a double, just score Clint Hurdle from second. Amos is walked and had a sacrifice fly. Has yet to get an official at bat. And against an 8 and a 9. And that is going to be a ground ball down the second. And the Yankees turn 2 here. 34 on an 8. Should be fielding column 1. And it is. And that's just going to be a high pop-up. Willie's waiting for it to come down out in shallow right field. Makes the catch. Now there's 2 outs and runners still at first and second. And Freddie Patek, he has grounded out to the pitcher and flown out to Jackson. And that's going to be a 10 out of 10. And that's going to be an infield hit. That's going to load the bases here, folks. Bases juice with the Kansas City Royals everywhere you look. And one swing of the bat here, and the Royals could have a nice lead. And we got Frank White up. Frank is 0 for 2. He's flown out the center and grounded out the third. And that's going to be hit down the third. Nettles a damn good fielding third baseman. But not this play. Not this play. That is going to be safe on first on an error. And that's going to let the go-ahead run score as Greg Nettles bobbles that ball, folks. Doesn't add insult to injury by throwing away. That'll be an E5. And Kansas City takes a 3-2 lead. And Willie Wilson, who's having a fine game, he's 2 for 3, 2 singles, 2 stolen bases, and flew out the right the last time up. And not this time. That's an 11 on an 11. That's going to be a single in the right field. And that's going to score 2. The question is, will Frank White get down the third? 60, he should get down there relatively easy. Yep, he'll get down there with no throw. So that's a 2 RBI single by Willie Wilson. And he just busted this game open. It is now 5-2. Kansas City. Tom Poquette comes up to the plate. First and third now. Can Dick TIDROW get out of this mess? Already letting 3 runs score. Tom is 0 for 3. He has flown out twice to right and popped up to first. And that's going to be a base on balls. And again, the bases are juiced. And Hal McRae, not who you want to see up here, comes up with the bases loaded. Yankees definitely need Dick TIDROW to stop the bleeding here. And Hal is 1 for 2. He's walked. And he has singled in a run and flew out the center. And that is going to be a ground ball down the third. This time Nettles doesn't have a problem with it. And he's going to take it to the bag himself to end the inning. But Kansas City scores 3. He takes a 5-2 lead going into the top of the 7th. This will probably be Hassler's last inning one way or the other. You got the big boys due up here against him. Munson, Jackson, and Piniella. Yankees need runners. They're down by 3. And Thurman's 1 for 2 with an RBI. He has a sacrifice fly, a single, and flown out to left. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. And that'll be out number 1. He hits it down there hard, but right at him. Bring up Reggie Jackson now with 1 out and nobody on. Jackson 1 for 3. It's been on base twice. Reached on an error, singled, and popped up around the score. And that'll be a base on balls. Yankees need base runners. So Jackson's down there at first now. And up to the plate steps Lou Piniella. And Piniella is 0 for 2. He has walked struck out and lined out to first. And that's going to be a fly ball in the left field. That'll be out number 2. And here's Chris Chambliss. He's 0 for 2. Struck out, been hit by a pitch and popped up to second. And that'll be a fly ball out to right. That'll end the inning. The Yankees strand 1, and that'll be it for Hassler. And the Mad Hungarian is warming up as we go to the 7th inning stretch. We got Callens, Hurdle, and Porter due up here, and this will probably be the last inning for TIDROW. If he gets in any problem, they'll have a quick hook here. He's already given up 3 runs in the last inning. And Al is 1 for 3, singled, struck out, and popped up to short. And that's going to be a pop-up. This one is down at short also. So that'll be out number 1. When Hurdle comes to the plate. And Hurdle is 0 for 2. He has grounded out, flew out, and walked his last time up. And that'll be a ground ball right back to Dick. Fires over to Chris. And there's 2 up and 2 down. Terrell Porter's up now. And Porter is 2 for 3. He's got a triple, flown out the center, and has an RBI. Or no, came around to score. And that's going to be a 2-out walk. So Porter's down at first now for Amos Ehlers. And you can't let anybody score here. You're already down by 3. Don't want to make it any bigger as we drop the dice. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Randolph. He fires over to first. That'll end the inning, and that'll be the last inning for TIDROW. See what happens here in the 8th. The Mad Hungarian's coming out of the bullpen, trying to make a 2-inning save here against these Yankees. And Al Harbowski, this will be his 9th appearance. He's 0-2 with 2 saves. He's got a nasty 10.8 ERA, but that probably means he gave up a few runs in 1 appearance being in the bullpen. 1 bad appearance can kill you. Greg Nettles is up. He's 1 for 2. He's walked, and he has an RBI single and grounded out to second. And that ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is going. Thank you, Al Harbowski. As Greg Nettles turns on this one, hits that over Tom Poquet's head. That is Nettles' 6th home run here. And he cuts it to a 2-run lead. And Roy White's up now. He's 1 for 3. He has grounded out, reached on a single, and struck out. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And that'll be out number 1. And Bucky Dent comes to the plate now. Bucky's having a great game here today. He is 2 for 2 with a walk. Singled his last 2 times up. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Now there's 2 down. Back to the top of the order we go in Mickey Rivers. And Mick is 1 for 4. He's doubled, grounded out twice, and struck out. And that'll be another swing and a miss. And a Mad Hungarian, after giving up the leadoff homer, gets the next 3. But it's a 5-3 game as we go to the bottom of the 8th. And let's see here. You got righty on. And another righty. So see here. Who's going to come out of the bullpen? That is the question. Going to be either Eastwick or Clay. Just which one is the question. And it's going to be Eastwick's going to come out of the bullpen. See if he can keep us a 2-run lead and give the Yankees a chance here in the top of the 9th. Tie this game up at least. And this is Raleigh Eastwick's 7th game. He is 0-0. No saves with a 2.38 ERA. He'll be facing Potek, White, and then back to the top of the order in Willie Wilson. And Freddie is 1 for 3. He has singled, came around the score, flew out the right, and grounded out to the pitcher. And this one's going to be hit down the first. Chambliss will take it himself. That'll be out number 1. And now we got Frank White up. Frank is 0 for 3 today. He has flown out, grounded out, and reached on an error. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. White goes the other way with it. And now with 1 out, you got a runner down at first. And we're back to the top of the order. And Willie Wilson's having a good game here. He is 3 for 4. He has 2 RBIs on the day, 2 stolen bases. He has singled 3 times, flew out the right the other time. And that's going to be against the righty. That'll make him a 12, 1 and 11. And that is going to get through in the right field. And that is a 47, 24. Frank White, 24. 46 or lower. He's safe at third. And he's in there. So that's a single in the right field. Now you got first and third. And still only 1 out. With the speed on the pads, I don't see a double play. So they're going to bring the infield in. They can't afford to give up any more runs here. Eastwick's got to keep this a 2-run game. Tom Poquette is 0 for 3. He has flown out the right twice. He has popped up the first and walked. And that's going to be against the righty, a 9 and a 9. And that's going to score a run. That's going to be a base hit in the left field. And just like that, they get that run right back. And it's back to a 3-run lead, 6 to 3. Al McRae's up now with first and second as Wilson stays put. And McRae is 1 for 3. He has a RBI. He has singled, walked, flew out to center, and reached on the fielder's choice. And that's going to be a ball hit right in front of the plate. Munson's a darn good fielding catcher. Fielding 2. And the batter's going to be safe at first on catcher's interference. And the runners will advance 1 base. And what is catcher's interference? I got to find that here. Give me 1 second. Catcher's interference. Where's that at? Catcher's interference, page 11. Is this the CI? So we got the bases juiced here. And they're where to put them now. Sal McRae gets on. The Yankees will keep the infield in here. So the infield's in. Al Collins is 1 for 4. He singled, struck out, and popped up the short twice. And that's just what the Yankees are looking for here, folks. That's going to be a double play ball. And that's going to be the old 4-2-3 double play. And I just messed that up. So we got the old 4-2-3 double play. The Yankees get out of it, but Kansas City scores 1. It makes it a 3-run game. We got Randolph, Munson, and Jackson due up here against the mad Hungarian Al Harbowski. Can they come back here and tie this game up? They're down by 3. Trying to get the sweep here in Kansas City. Willie is 1 for 4. He has flown out the lefts. He has a triple and grounded out to his counterpart twice, Frank White. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Amos Otis for out number 1. And that'll bring up Thurman Munson now. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI. He has flown out the left, had a sacrifice fly, singled, and grounded out to third. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Frank White. That'll be out number 2. Yankees are down to the last out. It's Reggie Jackson trailing 6-3. The Yankees need base runners. He's 1 for 3 today. He's reached on an error. He's singled. Only time he hasn't been on base, he's popped up to second, and he has walked. And that'll do it. That's a big swing and a miss. He strikes him out. And Kansas City wins this one 6-3. Take a look here at the box score. And the Yankees, 3 runs on 9 hits and 2 errors. Kansas City, 6 runs, 11 hits and 2 errors. Greg Nettles had 2 hits in the game and 2 RBIs. Yankees were 3 for 9 with runners in scoring position. They left 10 men on base. Look at Willie Wilson, had a great game. He was 5 for 4, 2 RBIs, 2 stolen bases. And Darrell Porter was 2 for 3. Kansas City were 5 for 11 with runners in scoring position. They left 9 men on. Dick TIDROW picks up the loss, his first of the year. He's 4-1. He goes 7 innings, 8 hits, 5 runs. Only 2 of them was earned. Defense left him down. He did walk 5, though, caused some troubles of his own, and struck out 1. Eastwick comes in, pitches 1 inning, gives up 3 hits, 1 run. And Andy Hassler, with his first appearance of the year, picks up his first win. He goes 7 innings, 8 hits, 2 runs, walked 4, struck out 4. And Al Harbowski comes in, gets his 3rd save, pitches 2 innings, 1 hit, 1 run, struck out 2, gave up the home run to Nettles. Alrighty, let's do some fast play here. We got the Brewers going to Chicago to take on the White Sox. And the Brewers shut out the White Sox. 5 runs, 9 hits, and no errors. The White Sox, no runs, 4 hits, and 1 error. What's the star here for? Caldwell throws a shutout. That's what that's for. Now we got the Angels taking on the Indians in Cleveland. 2 lefties on the mound in this game. He's going to come out victorious. Another shutout. Angels, 2 runs, 10 hits, and no errors. The Indians, no runs, 7 hits, and 3 errors. Today's a day for pitching, it looks like. Tanana throws his 2nd shutout, and the Indians turned 4 double plays. Now you got the A's taking on the Tigers in Detroit City. And the Tigers blow them out. 6 runs on 15 hits and no errors. The A's 1 run, 4 hits and no errors. Now we got the Red Sox taking on the Twins. Dennis Eckersley's on the mound. He's struggling early here. He's 1-3 with a 7 ERA. See if he can get things straightened out here against the Twins in Minnesota. And he does. Not a great pitching duel, but the Red Sox pound away. 11 runs, 18 hits, and 1 error. Twins 6 runs, 8 hits, and 2 errors. And the last game in the American League here on the 14th is the Orioles against the Rangers. You got Flanagan against the Doc Ellis. And Flanagan pitches a nice game. 3 hits and 6 runs and 1 error for the Orioles. And Flanagan with a 1 run, 7 hit, 1 error performance. Take a look here at the standings. And the Yankees are now 2 games up on Boston. Detroit Tigers are 4 games back. Brewers 4.5. The Toronto Blue Jays 7.5. The Orioles 10.5. And the lonely Cleveland Indians 12 games back. The Twins are now 4 games up on the White Sox. The A's are 6 games back. Angels 6.5. Kansas City 8.5. The Seattle Mariners 9 and the lonely Rangers 9.5. In the American League, Ralph Garr leading with a .378 batting average. Jackson with 12 homers. And Rice is up to 35 RBIs. And in the American League, Dave Gotts with an .077 ERA. Larry Sorensen with 6 wins. Goose with 9 saves. Jim Rice is leading now in the MVP voting. And Larry Sorensen's leading in the Cy Young. Alrighty, I want to thank Legend Sports Universe for stopping by. Looks like this computer is straightening out my issues. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and that bell for reminders. And on your way out of Kansas City, hit that like button and leave a comment. Till next time, you all have a great day and take care.